this video found you, but you also chose it. And like, so did all these other people, and these people, and even these people. But for some reason, thousands of strangers all felt the need to click on the same exact video. Maybe you've seen titles like, "Watch this when you're lost," "Please watch this if you're struggling," "If you're 16 and confused, watch this." And somehow they always appear at exactly the right moment. When you feel stuck, right? You open up social media or YouTube or whatever, and there it is. It's like almost waiting for you, right? But the craziest part isn't that the video found you, it's that there's an entire science behind why it feels like it did. And YouTube is only one example, right? Because the same psychological tricks are used everywhere by social media, advertisers, casinos, self-help gurus, supermarkets even, and even the phone that's literally right next to you or wherever relative to you. And like, once you notice the pattern, it's really hard to unsee. And that's where things become interesting, because humans are pattern-seeking machines. Our brains evolve for meaning, right? To find it and to connect dots and find explanations. It's like why we see faces in the clouds, like why we find meaning in some random coincidence. And it's why a recommendation almost feels like fate, because that's the best explanation. However, it's actually called algorithmic serendipity. And serendipity normally means a happy accident, like bumping into a friend or picking up a book you never would have and it becoming truly a life-changing book. But recommendation systems actually create that feeling. They create these fake coincidences, that illusion that you discovered exactly what you needed at exactly the right moment, you know? And that's the only first part of the puzzle, because the title itself is doing something clever. Think about it. Watch this if you're struggling. Watch this if you're lost. Watch this if you need help. These descriptions apply to millions of people, and it almost feels like it singles you out with the use of you, some way to indicate you, the viewer. And yet they still feel personal, even though they're made for everyone. And psychologists call this the Barnum effect. It's our tendency to accept vague statements as uniquely tailored to us. It's the same reason why horoscopes feel accurate, personality quizzes feel like super specific, and like the statement was really written for everyone, but our brains experience it as being written for us. And because it feels personal, we begin to feel seen. And that's where the next trick begins, right? The recommendation feels personal, then the creator feels personal. You watch one video, and then so on and so more, right? And then the creator becomes familiar. You learn about them, their opinions, their struggles, and you feel like you know them, but really you don't. And psychologists call this a parasocial relationship, which is essentially a one-sided relationship where one person feels connected while the other doesn't even know about them. The creator feels familiar and almost like a friend to you, but that's only to you. The creator doesn't know you, they only see their phone. And massive companies have realized something important. Feeling understood is valuable, because people don't just buy products, they buy feelings, right? The feeling of belonging, the feeling of status, the feeling of being chosen. A luxury brand doesn't just sell a watch, it sells the exclusivity, like that status of being able to obtain it. Social media app doesn't just sell entertainment, right? It sells connection with other people. A self-help creator doesn't just sell advice, they sell hope that change will happen soon. And once you understand that, you start noticing the same pattern everywhere, and why your phone feels almost impossible to put down. And that is called variable reinforcement. It's the same exact principle used in slot machines. Most notifications are boring, most videos aren't life-changing, and most posts aren't really interesting, to be honest. But every once in a while, you will get that really good, real, or life-changing video, I guess. And it's so meaningful, but you never know when the next meaningful thing is going to come. So you want to keep checking, right? And checking again and again and again. And the modern world isn't filled with products competing for your money, really. It's filled with systems competing for your attention. And the winners are usually the ones that understand human psychology the best, which brings us back to the beginning. This video didn't find you because you were chosen. That notification wasn't sent to you because you were special. The advertisement wasn't designed specifically for you, at least not in the capacity that you think. What actually happened was that thousands of psychologists, marketers, engineers, and designers have spent decades learning how people think and how they feel and how they choose. And then they built systems to use that discovery that makes you feel understood and then also sells you a concept or a dream. And that's maybe the strangest part. The modern world doesn't need to force us to do anything. We have free will. But it simply gets better and better at making us wanting to buy those feelings, to chase that dream. And it doesn't give it to us because it wants us to keep giving them attention, because attention equals money. And the question really isn't whether you're being influenced, because you really are always. The real question is whether you noticed it and the extent. And that's all I have to say today. So thanks for listening to my spiel. Bye bye.